All right, and just like that, we are at the final stage of 2021 New York City E-Prix. All right, so here we go. The part two of the main event, of course. We're over halfway through the race now. Let's try to finish strong. By that, he means win, of course. So the final stage does have extra goal, 5 goals here, and the final 2 goals are going to have the higher PR requirement, which is the final requirement, right? So, all right, P2 is closing in. Pick up the pace. Finish each lap under 55 seconds while conserving your battery. Right. All right, so 3 laps, PR requirement 61.2 at the moment, which will get bumped up in a couple of further goals in. All right, so watch the battery and finish under 55 seconds per lap. Man, how large is this grid? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 times 3. So it's like 27 car grid. So obviously this outlet does not count. However, the battery you are using up, so notice about 5% per lap is what you can kind of assume. Now, if you don't bump into corners too much and go skid off around the hairpins, should be okay. You shouldn't have to charge all the way into every corner. You can take it a little bit easy. 55 seconds is enough. While, coasting on certain sections of the circuit, you should be able to still get it in. That wasn't very advisable. But yeah, you see, you got plenty of time. 51, 53 and change, and just on the north side of 10% on the battery power as well. So right on target, even with a little bit of mistake. That's not one of the trickier part of this circuit, but once again, another one with possibly a couple of seconds to spare. But the more important thing is we got the extra battery power for the final lap. Not by much, but every bit helps, you know what I mean? And since the battery conserving laps have been enough to get me in under the time limit of 55 seconds, this one definitely should be. Especially if I can clear this. There you go. Right on target. There we go. Coasting through the finish line. Just under 3 minutes. Pick up a few more driver XP. And Motorsport dollar rewards. All right. let's continue on. All right, so 1 down, 4 more to go to complete this event. Now, this is another average speed challenge. Target is 127.1 kph, so bumped up a little bit, but still should be quite doable. And still managing the battery right. Sometime today. Maybe. And there we go. Oh, that was close. So this one, you have to be a little bit more careful. But as you can see, average speed is well above the target. And the battery power, once again, north of 5% is what we're looking for as we get started on this final lap. And this is, of course, the slowest part of the circuit right here, so we are still in green above the target, so it's looking promising. Now we just have to make sure we don't run out of juice. There we go. And just like that, we got a nice 130 and change for the average speed. Safely, I would say, above the target. Pick up another 300 some driver XP, another 1100 or 11,700 motorsport dollars, with some, what, 3 more goals left to go here, by which point another some 50,000 motorsport dollars to be earned in this event. All right, so goal 3, overheating. So and P2 is on your tail. Keep up some ground. Finish at least 3rd without blowing up your battery, basically. All right, and we're starting still in P1. So I think we should be able to defend P1 actually. But let's find out. So yeah, the managing heat is yet another way of calling coast a bit more, right? So kind of works hand in hand the battery, but since categorized as a cup, that means we don't have to worry about the battery power. So in a way, it's kind of like the same thing as the battery management, except the meter shows up on the lower part. So avoid skidding, crashing, the usual stuff. Keep it clean, coast a bit more than usual perhaps. But as you can see, the temperature's managed quite well so far, and I would say I'm pretty comfortably in the lead. Oh, now the temperature's rising a bit. It's kinda got a little bit of a yellow shade, but I would say still not anywhere near I need to be too concerned about. And also we're in the lead, so we got a couple of positions that we can give, but I don't know if I even need to do that. And if I don't have to, I'm not going to, since my earnings are directly related to it. You know what I mean? Cut off the inside of those corners, and just like that, we have cleared another goal. So nothing terribly extraordinarily difficult here. Just under 400 driver XP points and another 11,700 motorsport dollars brings today's earning up to 166 and change. 166,000, that is. Hooray to instant service. Alright, and that gets us to the final two goals where we get the final PR requirement bump. As you can see, it is up to 62.6. Right. And what was the goal again? Temperature's looking better. Oh yeah, managing brakes. And it is a Formula E event, which means we have to also manage the battery. Once again, finish at least third. We're starting in third position this time, so getting to the P1 I don't think is gonna be possible, at least not with my skills. But defending third should be definitely doable, and then some. Alright, so the thing about managing battery, you are not relying as much to begin with, so there's a bit of that synergy effect. Right, we got 2 laps to go, so ideally you want to start this with a 10%, around 10%. More than 10% would make it a bit easier, give you a little peace of mind, right? But I'd say primary goal here is to not necessarily overtake anybody, but try to complete it without running out of battery, right? I know I'm trying not to touch that brakes almost too much. Probably could use it more. Because it does regenerate, by the way, as you can see. Not as fast as you're wearing it down, but still. So from P4 we got a very healthy amount of lead. That's a nice cornering. Nice and tight. And we got plenty of battery. Enough brakes. It's all good. They ask for P3 and delivering just that. All right, 480 fame points, 305 driver XP, and since we finished P3, just 950 motorsport dollars. All right. I think I still had the fastest lap though. All right. Takes us to the very final goal here. So we still have to manage the brakes. And now we have to win, of course. It's a final challenge. 3 laps, PR 62.6 required. So just win without running out of battery. Right, and starting in P3, right? Yep. So just need to overtake a couple of opponents and bring it in. So yeah, about 5% battery power per lap is what you can expect to spend. So if you for that, and it'll load up at some point. Starting with an 18.0. So obviously 3.01% is, you can think of it as designated for the out lap. Now, my thought is get to the lead, even if it costs you a little extra battery power, and then hold on to the lead while managing the battery. It's got a little overexcited there. Sneaking in there, a little slippery. All right, now we're in the lead. Block out the inside to force our opponents to go around. And then once again through the chicane. And just like that, we're gonna have more than 10% of battery left for the final 2 laps, which obviously puts you in a very comfortable position. can basically afford a little bit more mistakes, is what that means. And since we do have some excess battery power, we can use that to separate ourselves, build up on the lead a bit more, to once again afford ourselves a little bit more room for mistakes if need be. Hopefully we won't have to push it that far. There we go. And we got some lapping traffic, which generally favors our chances, because bots have terrible time getting around them. There we go, with some 2.5% of battery still left. Three minutes 15 seconds and change is good enough for the final gold trophy here. 553 driver XP, and those 3 laps around New York circuit pays out 17,600. As I was saying, your earnings are just under 200,000 motorsport dollars from this event. And that is not including 250,000 that you earn as bonus, right? Completion bonus. Yes, as you can see in the specs, the brakes were a little compromised, but not the others. It felt like, you know, with a little bit of fishtailing, I felt like maybe grip was a little compromised too, but nope, just in my head. All right, so final goal is complete. And of course, the remaining 100,000 motorsport dollar payout. There we go. Let's pick that up. Time to recoup some of that we spent. And 20 extra gold. So netting 50 gold through running through this event, which is never a bad thing. And yeah, we'll go with the card that we've used, the team that we've used for the event. But as you can see, you can pick anyone you want. But yeah, we'll stick to what we used. All right, so there we go. Rocket Venturi Racing Mercedes EQ Silver Arrow 02, which is somehow slower than the Team Mercedes Silver Arrow. Figures, right? But anyway, so pretty quick event, as I said earlier. And it's time to pick up the tuning setup, which I am now gonna go ahead and max it out. I think I can afford it. I guess we'll see. So P1, we did it. Brilliant work out there. Excellent job, all of you. I couldn't ask for a better team. Speaking of the team, I believe you promised a name change. Huh? I'll let you spearhead that one. I didn't know we even had one. So, anyway, there you go. First of the 2 Formula E 2021 season event to win a car. Thanks for tagging along for the ride. And we got 12 days before the Berlin event starts. So that's time to essentially farm up and build up your motorsport dollar banks again. So that's what I'll have to do. But in the meantime, that'll do it for this video. All right, thanks for watching. Catch you guys in the next one. Take care.